Hello again, and welcome to a very exciting episode of Wine and Dollies. This is actually second episode. 2. So, are we ready? Let's do it. So my first video actually got more views than I was expecting. I was expecting maybe a handful of people to watch it. And a few more than that actually did. There was, I think last time I checked, it was over 100. So that's awesome. I'm very excited with that. Hopefully I don't disappoint all of you. I know I have a few new subscribers, which I wasn't expecting either. And I'm really glad that you guys enjoyed watching me talk about dolls for almost a half hour. So today I have my special Wine and Dollies glass. That was, I actually did this for a Christmas dinner last year. I helped host Christmas and I made everybody a wine glass from the thrift store where I chalk painted the base and you could write your name on it. So I'm actually going to reuse that glass today because it is a lot smaller than, well, it's not a lot smaller. Let's be realistic here. It is a little bit smaller than the one I used last time. So I wasn't going to drink wine this episode, but I didn't really feel like drinking juice or anything. I didn't have any exciting juice. So we're drinking wine. And this week I have Jacob's Creek Moscato from Australia. So I've never had this wine either. So we're going to give it a go and see what happens. Well, we obviously know what's going to happen. But, so yeah. Crack it open. Smells good. Here we go. And that's enough wine. It's really fruity. I don't normally drink Moscato. So let's see how this goes. I can't get over how good it smells. Oh God, that's sweet. That's too funny. Yeah, it's very sweet, and I didn't realize Moscato was sparkly. So, yay! Oh, that's gonna be hard to drink. Not used to sweet. So this week, I kind of put some ideas together, and I decided to do a doll twins week. Where, well, since last week I had my 2 Hair Shop Barbies, this week I'm going to kind of show off some of my dolls I couldn't just have one of. I needed to have doubles. That is so sweet. Anyway, so where am I going to start? I actually have fewer doubles than I thought I did, which is, I don't know if that's good or bad. So let's just get down to it, and we're going to start with, let's start here. Okay, so being a child of the 80s, I have a soft spot for 80s dolls. So I'm going to start with Gem. I have 2 gems, both exactly the same sculpt, even though they're exactly the same doll. This one I've styled a bit differently. This is actually my first gem doll. They both still work. I think this one is the only one with batteries. If I can find the button. Bam. Blink. Yeah, girl, you do this. Anyway. So this one was my first gem. I've restyled her hair slightly, trying to get it to lie a little flatter, maybe be a little bit more modern looking and less 80s with the hair. So this one's wearing a caddy noir dress with, I think they're Bratz shoes when they had feet, and she's wearing a Barbie dress as a top, and this one's just wearing a Barbie dress with Bratz boots from when they had feet. But yeah, I remember growing up with Gem. Gem was a part of my childhood for sure. So I needed to have at least one gem, but when I found a second gem, I could not resist. Could not resist. This gem, I think, had a funny story where I ordered a different gem doll and I received this one. I think I actually ordered the closed mouth one, and then I ended up with the smiling one, and now I have two smiling gems and no closed mouth gem. Yes. Yeah. It's so fizzy. Oh, forgot to shut her off. Don't want to kill her 100-year-old battery. So Gem is actually a little too old for me. She actually debuted the year I was born in 1985. So I mostly know Gem from, I guess, reruns and other hand-me-down toys that were available to me. I still love Gem. There wasn't really much like her to compete with her other than maybe Barbie and the Rockers, which I do have Barbie from Barbie and the Rockers. Not complete, but I do have one. So, yeah, it's segue time to the next doll. So my next set of twins are Divergent 4 twins. I actually bought both of these dolls for their bodies and fell in love with him so much I had to keep him as he was. So the body, I never did get bodies for that. Well, I did get bodies, but much later for the dolls that needed these bodies. I just thought he was really, really handsome. This one's got a really loose head for some reason. This one's fine. I think out of all of my male dolls, other than my Allen dolls, which won't be in this video, just because I have more than two of them, these are probably my most photographed male dolls, just because, I don't know, just because they're exactly the same. I can dress one and then use it for, and then I can dress another one, use it for something else, without actually redressing them more often. But yeah, these both of these dolls use the pivotal Ken body, which I'm still on the fence with about if I like it or not. It is a more poseable Ken body, and it's definitely better than the fashionista Ken, but it still doesn't have that articulation level that I'm used to with the Ever After High boy body, like specifically Hunter Huntsman, which I use for a lot more customizing dolls. So yeah, I'd rather have a Hunter body and pay that little extra for a Hunter body than use a pivotal Ken body, even though pivotal Ken bodies are more readily available. And I have a feeling this video is a little boring. I don't know if it's going to be as entertaining as my other videos, because I feel like I'm just talking about things. I don't know. Let's see where this goes. Just sit back, wait for it, and we'll get there. Yeah. It's too sweet. It's just too sweet. I don't know if I can do this. All right. Okay, I'm ready. So, this is going to be a joy to edit, I'm telling you now. Okay, so we're just kind of doing like a flip-flop between old and new. So my next two doubles is a word, I guess. My next two Dolly Doubles, it's like a Jeopardy question, it'd be the Daily Double, it'd be the Dolly Doubles. These are two Canadian standard exclusive Barbies from the 70s. I technically have 3 or 4 of these, but the other 2 are different sculpt. They use a different Barbie sculpt. These 2 are both the Steffi sculpt. And I just realized I haven't been showing close-ups of dolls. But yeah, these are 2 Steffi sculpt standard Barbies from the 70s. They're both pretty much the same, other than this one may have had a haircut at some point. This one has really long hair, really uneven long hair. They were both thrifted, of course. Kind of, yeah. Yeah. Other than that, they're pretty much identical. I kind of want to reroute them, not gonna lie, because their hair is so chopped up and missing plugs and stuff. But at the same time, they're old, and I feel a little guilty about doing that, especially because for the most part, they're in decent shape. So that's where I'm on the fence with it. And I just realized Barbie's boob is like trying to sneak away here. I can't be modest with 2 dolls in my hands. So Barbie, hide your shame, sit back on the table. If this was a drinking game, I'd probably get trashed pretty quick. My next grouping, I'm saying grouping because there isn't just 2 of this doll, there's actually 3. So they are, I'm gonna have to show them one at a time just because I can't hold up all 3 at once. And we lost a shoe. Ah! Lost it again. So this is my first Pretty Changes Barbie. She is on a fashionista body, which isn't the best match, not gonna lie. She is wearing a hat to hide her big floofy hair. And by hide, I mean kind of tame it. So this is probably my favorite of the 3, just because her hair cooperates the best. And yeah, I'll just show you the next one now. So this is second Pretty Changes with her big floofy hair. Big floofy hair. Which I I do love her big floofy hair. I just wish I could do more with it. Just because I don't want to wreck it. Why do I always get messages when I try to make videos? I don't understand. I don't understand. So, yeah, also on a fashionista body. Also not the best match for her beautiful orange skin. Beautiful orange skin. And last but not least, another Pretty Changes. This one actually has earrings. I don't remember if they're original or not. I think they are. Yeah. So out of, I'm going to try to hold them all. Out of all 3 of these Pretty Changes dolls, I thrifted 1, and then 2 came from John. He sent them as a gift with another doll that he gave me. And yeah, that's kind of what started my Pretty Changes. I don't remember if I got those 2 heads first and then I thrifted 1, or if it was the other way around. But yeah, it kind of triggered me getting a grouping of Pretty Changes dolls. And I love them because they are the Superstar sculpt, which I love the Superstar sculpt. Yeah, I have quite a few Superstar dolls, which is another video altogether. But I don't know if people actually want to watch a video about Superstar Barbie, especially because everyone knows Superstar Barbie, everyone's seen Superstar Barbie, and I think I'm like the only person who actually loves Superstar Barbie. So we'll see if that actually happens or not. Meantime, wine. Oh dear. Okay. I know a lot of people use the Made to Move Barbie as a body donor, but I actually have a really soft spot for the yellow top Made to Move doll. I have 2 of them. This one has been rebodied because her body did get swiped by a Barbie Basics doll. This one actually kept hers because I needed a Made to Move with this body. Like, this is the only Made to Move doll that I have that actually kept her head. The rest of them, not as nice of a fate. They became body donors. And yeah, anyway. So, yeah. I actually bought this dress today. Not for this doll particularly to wear, but it looked really cute on her, so she kept it. This one is also wearing one of those new outfit top things. And yeah. So this is my favorite Made to Move doll. She uses the Asha sculpt, which I love. It's super cute. Super cute. And yeah. The thing I love the most is she doesn't have glue head, which is amazing. I hate glue head. Neither of them do, which is great. It's great. Every other Made to Move doll I've purchased has glue head. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense why one out of the 4 I've seen has no glue and then the rest have glue. Like a lot of glue. Don't get it.
Ugh.
This is sweet stuff. Okay, so I actually have less twinsies here than I thought. Well, I knew I didn't have that many, but I'm actually going through quicker than I thought I was. So this last one is a kind of a big deal for me. That being said, she is a superstar sculpt. She is actually a doll that was a huge part of my childhood, and that I really, really wanted her, and everyone had her but me. But it is no other than Totally Hair Barbie, who I still have her in her Sailor Moon hairdo. And she's had this hair for like a year. Maybe a little longer, not gonna lie. I just thought it looked really cute, and she never changed it. So, I do have 2. This one has a basic braid. But yeah, this doll is probably one of my favorite dolls ever produced by Mattel. I just loved her hair. Loved her hair, even though it tends to get really staticky really easy. I would actually, not gonna lie, I would love to get a 3rd one just to reroute in probably a saran hair, like something a little nicer to play with, and then I can actually have one without bangs, because these ones have bangs, which I've tamed slightly. They still kind of stick out weird. I almost want to go out on a limb and say she's my all-time favorite Barbie ever produced. I don't know. She's just a huge part of my childhood. It's like one of those nostalgic dolls for me. So anytime I see a Totally Hair Barbie, which is obviously once, twice, I had to have her. This one here, my main Totally Hair, this one was actually a gift from my friend Natasha, who I don't think watches these videos. At least she hasn't said anything about them. But yeah, she was a gift from Natasha quite a while ago, now that I'm thinking about it. Probably almost 10 years ago now. But yeah, I held on to this doll ever since. She's been upgraded to a Made to Move, because my favorite dolls always get upgraded to better bodies. And yeah, she's just also has that little bit of nostalgic factor to her, as well as she was a gift. So I have personal attachment to this one. This one here was thrifted. She actually has a pen mark on her chin that I can't get off, but it's not that noticeable. And by not that noticeable, it doesn't bother me. I just pretend it's a freckle or something, a weird colored freckle. And that's it for my Dolly Doubles. This is too sweet. Okay, so now that you've seen all my Dolly Doubles, so another thing I'm thinking about doing is focusing my collection more on grail dolls. And just kind of working down a list of dolls that I've always wanted and never purchased. For one reason or another, they were either unobtainable or they just slipped through my fingers in some way. So I actually have a list. It's not that long of a list, really, of dolls that I really, really, really would love to get. And I think I'm going to focus more on that instead of buying random things that I don't necessarily need, because I'm finding my collection is getting a little too vast at this point. And I want to get it a little bit more focused. So I think I'm going to lean more towards getting better bodies and grail dolls. And it turns out finding grail dolls for a reasonable price is, I'm not going to say impossible, but it's definitely something you have to play the waiting game when it comes to grail dolls. You have to find the right time to strike, you know, just because there's a lot, especially on eBay. I've noticed on eBay where you'll see a doll for a reasonable price, and for whatever reason, the next person will list one, and then they all start costing more and more because that first person listed it higher than the next person, and it just kind of snowballs until they're stupidly priced. So I actually found one of my grail dolls, which was Happy Birthday, or yeah, it was Happy Birthday Ken Barbie. I think it was for his 50th birthday. And I've always loved that Barbie ever since she was announced. Or not announced, but since I found her originally a few years ago. And I found her for a very good price. But I forgot to bid on her. And I have a feeling that I'm going to have to really start using my eBay app more on my phone so it will remind me to bid, because I find a lot of auctions end at really stupid times. And I'm going to have to get an auto bidder or something. I know typically with eBay I don't bid on things. I just do the buy it now and get it over with. But I think for grail dolls I'll definitely have to work more on sniping. Even though I hate people who snipe, I'm going to have to be that guy. Mm. Okay. I just need to end this. Why can't I end this properly? So thank you for watching another exciting episode of Wine and Dollies. Hopefully I didn't bore you all too much with my little bit of rambling over Dolly twins. So next week I'll be back, probably. Starting to feel like this is a commitment. So yeah, we're gonna play it by ear. So yeah, I guess I'll talk to you all later. And have a good week. And see you later. I just tried to shut off the camera with my mouse. Oh dear. Okay.